and you are now absolutely ready to take your CELTA Module 1 exam. Best of luck on the exam day. Hi! As you can see, I've just finished recording my very final input on the CELTA Module 1 preparation course. I decided to share one of the inputs with you from the course, a full input which will give you the feel of what the course is going to be like. That's the very first input on the course, a more general one, which will give you a better understanding of what the CELTA Module 1 exam is about. If you're interested in the course, you will find a link below. Please answer the questions, and as soon as the course is available online, you are going to be the first one to know, and you will definitely get a discount. Hi! Thank you for choosing the CELTA Module 1 preparation course with me. This is the official first video input where we're going to chat about the course, why take this course, how is this course different to all the other courses out there. So let's get started. First of all, what's CELTA? CELTA stands for Diploma in Teaching English to Speakers of Other Languages. There are 3 modules. Each module is taken separately and it is independently certified. When you complete all your 3 modules, you can ask for a certificate that will specify that you've taken all the 3 modules. You can take the modules in any order, but the suggestion is to follow the order. There is a reason why Module 1 is called 1, why Module 2 is 2, and why Module 3 is 3. Of course, it's not a must, it's for you to decide. However, the way I see it is that Module 1 prepares you really well for Module 2 and 3. Module 2 gives you a better understanding of what you should be doing for Module 3, and so on. So I would really suggest following the order. You are considered CELTA qualified only when you complete all 3 modules. So you cannot just do CELTA Module 1 and say that I'm CELTA qualified. CELTA is at level 7 of the Regulated Qualifications Framework for England, Wales and Northern Ireland, which means that it's the same level as the master's degree. Why take CELTA? To become a better and more confident teacher, to get a pay rise, to demonstrate that you are a teacher who is constantly developing and upgrading your professional knowledge, to charge more for one-to-one classes, to become a teacher trainer, for example, a CELTA tutor, to get more senior jobs like becoming a director of studies, to run regular workshops for your colleagues, to design courses for students and for teachers, to understand the reasons behind each exercise in a course book and why the exercise is there. What did the authors have in mind? Why should your students do it? Just because you said so? To design effective tests for your learners and to evaluate those tests that exist critically, to analyze your learners' language needs and find ways to help them with those needs, to become great in language analysis. Probably language analysis was a pain for you if you did CELTA or any similar course where you had to analyze language for lessons before you taught. So on CELTA, you're finally going to master language analysis. To evaluate and broaden your teaching beliefs, to start your own language school if you like, and many more reasons. These are just some that I could think of, but all of them are really, really important. Everybody wants a pay rise. I had a dream of becoming a CELTA tutor. And of course, I wanted to show my students that I am a teacher who is constantly developing. I'm not the same. I'm better and better every time, every year. And this is why I deserve a pay rise. So what's Delta Module 1 about then? Delta Module 1 is about understanding language, methodology, and resources for teaching. The module focuses on the background to teaching and learning English in a range of contexts. The topics that will be covered are theoretical perspectives on language acquisition and language teaching, different approaches and methodologies including current developments, language systems and learners' linguistic problems, language skills and learner problems, knowledge of resources, materials and reference sources for language learning, key concepts and terminology related to assessment. So Delta Module 1 is an exam. It's a methodological exam which you are going to sit. There is no practical element in Delta Module 1, which means that you are not going to teach any classes and there will be no tutor who is going to be assessing your lessons. So this is purely a written exam. How many parts are there? Delta Module 1 consists of two 90-minute papers. Paper 1 has 5 tasks. Paper 2 has 3 tasks. Let me tell you about some of the common problems and solutions that I found. So, a bit about my story. I started Delta Module 1 because I had this crazy desire to become a tutor, and specifically I really wanted to become a CELTA tutor. I was told that Delta is something that a very professional teacher should do, but that it's really difficult. So when I was told that, I went online and I was searching for a course. I wanted to find the best course. I wanted to read all the feedback, reviews, everything people thought, but I wasn't really successful. I was pretty lucky to meet the tutor that I had, because nowadays this tutor is a friend of mine. However, the preparation course probably did not meet my expectations, and looking back, I can definitely say that I expected way more than what I got. So let's talk about problems that I and other teachers encountered while preparing for Delta Module 1. It was really stressful. If you thought of Delta Module 1 and you spoke to colleagues or friends about it, they probably told you this, that it was really stressful. So I think that Delta is an essential part of your career development. It should not be stressful. I want to say that it should be an enjoyable journey, and it is a great professional journey. Good planning and tips will help you. I'll definitely provide you with those. There wasn't enough time for anything. I was trying to work 2 full-time jobs and also prepare really well for Delta Module 1, and I just felt that everything was literally just falling at me. I kept getting emails and emails with all the things that I had to do and read and remember and rote learn and tasks I had to submit and deadlines, and I really couldn't manage it all. I did my best. I did kind of manage, but could I have managed it better if I had the necessary tips and tricks on how to manage time better and not stress out so much? Maybe. Advice on what to do and in which order is going to be provided. If you follow it, you'll have enough time. Limited support. The tutor was there. The tutor was very knowledgeable, very friendly, but at the same time it did feel from time to time that the tutor wasn't really there for me, if you know what I mean. I had no idea which books I had to read specifically. Of course, I was given recommendations, and of course I knew loads of books available out there, but I couldn't read 50 books or 70 books, right? How I had to organize my work, wasn't discussed, which of course is pretty understandable. We're all adults and here we are doing a course that's preparing us for a level 7 qualification, which is an equivalent to the master's degree. So kind of figure it out yourself. But I think this is something that needs to be talked about. Which tasks do I start with on the exam? Which do I prioritize? What if I don't have enough time? What do I do? What do I not do? I had to go online a lot. I tried my best to find blogs of people who already prepared for the exam or who had some nice tips, but I was never sure how reliable the information I found was, as of course those people were not tutors. They were just sharing their own experience. And we all know that going online and trying to find something online can be a bit tricky. I've had many situations when on the CELTA course, my trainees would go online and find a source which is not very good, and they would use that to prepare for their lessons, and then they would fail their lessons because they would be providing wrong information to their students. So this was something I was afraid of. You can always book a tutorial with me, a one-to-one chat, and discuss whatever you want to discuss, anytime and as many tutorials as you need. I am going to share my calendar with you with time slots that you can book without confirming it with me. You will just see that, okay, this slot is available. You can book it and I'll be there to help you and to chat about anything that you want to discuss. Not enough materials available, difficult to find those materials. I didn't really know what I needed, to be honest. So even if I did find something, I wasn't sure if this was reliable enough to read and learn, but sometimes I couldn't find what I actually needed. You are going to get an essential reading list and a suggested reading list. You are provided with recommendations of useful links and resources. The essentials are covered in separate inputs. You're given loads of recommendations on how to prepare for each part. So basically, if you just follow all the video inputs, you're going to be fine. And if you do all the tasks required and check yourself, read the essential books, you're going to be fine and you won't need to go online and try to find something. You have everything provided to you. Another problem is there's way too much terminology to learn. Let me first say that this is actually true. There is a lot of terminology to learn. However, at the same time, it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing that you're going to learn loads of terminology and you're going to become a better teacher. You're going to become way more professional thanks to that terminology, and not only. The question is, how do you learn it all? I got lists that were provided to me, PDF documents and Word documents, and I just tried to copy all that down into a notebook and tried to learn all of that by heart. And it didn't quite work for me because, of course, I could not remember all of that terminology. You are going to get human-friendly flashcards, as I call them, and you'll even be provided with a very clear strategy on how to use those flashcards, how to learn the terminology using the flashcards.
Hi, are you still watching? Well, keep going.
The fear of failure is another problem. To most people, the Delta Module 1 exam fee is expensive, and it was expensive to me at the time when I was preparing for my exam. I definitely did not want to waste money taking an exam that I wasn't fully prepared for. It was really stressful because I did not want to just go there, fail it, and take it again and again and again, and just keep throwing money into the dustbin. You can always take the exam later on if you feel that you're not ready. This course is available for a year, which allows you to decide whether you'd like to postpone the exam date and keep revising, or maybe you're ready to take it when planned. And a good preparation course will certainly help you get a pass. But I have to be very, very clear here. Whatever preparation course you take with whoever, be it me or anybody else, I think you understand very clearly that any preparation course does not guarantee that you're going to pass and get the grade. Same thing with any other course. You can pay for the course, but if you don't put in the effort and if you don't do the suggested tasks and read what you need to read, take notes and put in the hard work and effort, I cannot guarantee you a pass grade. However, if you're going to follow all the inputs that I have prepared for you and do all the tasks and follow all the recommendations, you are very likely going to get at least a pass. But another problem is that it's difficult to find a good preparation course. I know this, and a lot of teachers told me this. There is a lot available on the internet. Many teachers and tutors offer preparation courses. Who do you choose? But sometimes people just can't find anyone. So there are many centers and courses available out there. Many are great. But how do you know which ones are great? I didn't. I had no one to ask. Dior, which is do your own research, didn't help me much. I also wanted a course that would work around my work-life situation at the time. An online course would have been so helpful, and I think that an online course will help you, as you don't need to do specific things at specific times defined by your tutor. You set your deadlines. You decide. You are the boss of your own life and of your Delta Module 1 preparation included. If you need to talk to your tutor, me in this case, you know that you can just simply book a one-to-one tutorial whenever it works for you, and we're going to chat. If you never need a tutorial throughout this course, well, don't book it. If you simply want to ask a question, you know where to find me, you can always ask. So you can ask questions. The tutor is available to you, but not at the times when I say, when you decide you need me. And there is no fully online course where you can work in your own pace, do all the tasks in your own time without getting constant instructions, documents, and so on. Well, now there is this course. So what's this course like? I took all my experience into account and the experience of other teachers who took Delta Module 1 preparation courses, and I prepared a course that I personally wish I'd had the chance to take when I was looking for a course. And I think this is the most important piece of information to take away if you're still deciding whether this course is good for you or not. I wish I had taken this course when I was preparing for Delta Module 1. I made sure the course was affordable, practical, well-organized, and interesting. We will analyze each part of Delta Module 1. Let me just remind you, there are 2 papers. Paper 1 has 5 tasks and paper 2 has 3 tasks. So we are going to go through each and every task in a lot of detail. You'll also get to practice each part, and you'll get to do a full mock test to replicate the exam conditions. I think this is really important for practicing, but also for this psychological element to reduce stress, to prepare yourself for the exam even better. You'll get valuable input in addition to working on each part of the exam. And I really wish I had received such input when I was preparing for my exam. So I was really asking myself the question, what would have helped me when I was preparing. And whatever I said to myself, it's there. It's there in the course. You'll get a timetable template and an example of how to fill it in. I think helping you with organizing your workload and Delta Module 1 preparation into putting it all into manageable chunks is crucial. And I want to help you with it. I don't want to assume that you're an adult and you'll figure it out, because I am an adult and very often I can't figure it out. So you will have that help. You'll know exactly how to organize your answers and what to expect in each task. You'll be able to go back to bits that you find most difficult. You'll be able to watch the video inputs again and again. You'll get ready-made flashcards. You will not need to create your own flashcards. They will be made for you already. So you'll get ready-made flashcards in human-friendly language, and you'll also get guidance on how to master all the terms. I remember when I was preparing, the idea of platforms like Quizlet was just starting, and I remember how much time it took to create flashcards. It took loads of time, and thinking about it now, if I had those good ready-made human-friendly flashcards, that would have saved me so much time. And instead of spending those hours to create the flashcards, I could have spent that to read a book that was important, to note down the key things I learned from those books, but instead I was creating the flashcards to somehow help myself remember at least some terminology. And you'll definitely become a better teacher. This course is not only going to be about theory and terminology and how to do this task and how to do that task. No, you're also going to take away cool activities that you can use with your students, that's for sure. You're going to take away loads of things and bring them into your classroom and start practicing them on a daily basis. And by the end of the course, you will know how to organize all parts of the Delta Module 1 exam, what is expected of you in each part, how to prepare for each part, what not to do in each part. This is also important. A lot of ELT related terminology, what to read, how to analyze your learners' language and language skills needs, how to work better with course books, different features of connected speech, of course, I love this, and there would be no course without features of connected speech, how to transcribe texts and how to read transcription, features of 14 different genres, which tests are good for your learners, what backwash fresh starts construct validity mean, what a glottal stop is, what consonant vowel linking is, many more whats, more about teaching approaches and teacher roles, more about error correction. You will know the benefits of using an inductive approach, the importance of teaching writing, everything about the phonemic script, more about teacher talking time. You will get to know some new activities to add into your teaching repertoire. You will get to know 8 methods and approaches in English language teaching, some of which you definitely won't have heard of, and much more. This is what some teachers said about the Delta Module 1 preparation course that they took with me. I know that perfection doesn't exist, but you were 99.99% right in all your recommendations. Thanks for your great help and concern. The course was well organized. I'm very happy to have taken the course, as now I feel more confident to pass the Module 1 exam. Daryna always had a happy face, which is vital and motivated me during the course. I hope that I have a happy face today. you need a special type of tutor, okay, to provide and break down the essential aspects of the Delta Module 1 exam. This is a very good one because you do need a breakdown of all the different tasks and all the little pieces of information and the big pieces of information that you need to learn. The things I really liked about the course are the tutor and the way the course was organized. So we can see that organization, the course was well organized, that this is repeated. So you can assume that the course is definitely very well organized.
Don't get afraid. I'm just checking that you are still here with me. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel.
To me, it was important to know the books I needed to read. Well, to me it was also very important, and I made sure it was there in the course. It is crucial to take the course because even being a knowledgeable teacher, you still need to understand everything about the exam. I completely agree with this point. You could be a fantastic teacher, and I know a lot of fantastic teachers who are just great with their students, fantastic in class, and they go and take Delta Module 1 and they don't pass. And this is because they do need to learn and practice the different parts of the exam. Many thanks, Daryna, you have helped me a lot. I am now better equipped as an exam taker and as a teacher and trainer. This is another point that I wanted to make. You're going to learn how to better prepare not just for Delta Module 1, but for any other exam that you will take in your life. You will also become a better teacher, and you'll also get experience in how to be a teacher trainer, a little bit. The mock tests will help you greatly. You should trust this person. The moment I got the first paper, I knew exactly what to do. I felt very confident. I think this is crucial. This is such an important point. When I got the first paper, so like on any other exam, you're given the paper, the booklet, and you've got the instructions written on top. You're told to read those instructions, ask questions if you don't understand something, and then they say, okay, your time starts now. And you breathe in and you open that booklet, and then you look at it and you go, oh my God, I don't know this, I don't know that, I don't know that, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And you're in a state of this horrible panic, not knowing what to do. One of my goals is to make sure that when you open it, you know exactly what to do. I like Daryna's attitude to the grades you can get. Strive for a pass, and if you get something more, consider it a bonus. This helps me a lot. This is something I always say to my CELTA trainees and to all the teachers I prepare for Delta Module 1. We'll be talking about the grades later on, but there are different grades that you can get on Delta. You know that on CELTA you can get Pass, Pass B, and Pass A. Fail is possible, but it doesn't happen very often. On Delta you can also get different grades. Fail is possible. Pass is a very common grade, and it's difficult to get a pass. Pass with merit and pass with distinction. And of course, I was one of the teachers who was screaming that I want to get pass with distinction. Obviously, why else would I be spending so much time in preparing? And I was stressing myself out so much because of this desire, because of this perfectionist speaking in me. And throughout all the years of my work with students and teachers and all the different exams I had to take, my colleagues had to take, my trainees, my students, I have worked this out. You need to get the grade that you need. And if you get something more than that, then that's a bonus. Whenever I get a request for IELTS preparation, I always ask, so what's the band score that you need? And people say what it is that they want to get. I always say, is this the band score that you need, or is this the band score that you want? And then they start saying, well, actually I need 6.5 with a minimum of 6 in all sections and a minimum of 6.5 in reading, for example. And I say, okay, so that's what we want to get. And if we get something more than that, fantastic. If we don't, that's okay. This is not the end of the world, and we don't need to bother if we don't need this. These are some of the results of my past trainees. Of course, I have removed the names. This is how the statement of your result looks. This is the magical email you're going to get from Cambridge a few months after you will have taken your Delta Module 1 exam. Thank you very much for listening. We are going to have a little tradition on this course. Every single input is going to finish with a quotation. I hope it will get you thinking, or probably it will encourage you to smile and make you feel happier. So let's see what I have prepared for you today. Online learning gives every learner the equal chance to learn. With remote learning, education is only a click away. This is absolutely true. I love online learning, and I remember the years when online learning wasn't so popular, and my life and my training work and my teaching work was so limited, to be honest. Well, nowadays I work with people from very, very different countries. I train teachers of very different nationalities, and it makes me a very happy person. And I think that really everything nowadays depends on you. If you're motivated, if you're ready to learn, you can absolutely do it. And online learning is not the next big thing. It's the now big thing. That's it for today. Thank you very much. If you're not too tired, go on and join me in the next video input. I hope you enjoyed the very first input from the Delta Module 1 preparation course with me. And I also hope that you did not forget to answer a few questions and put in your details using the link below to be the first one to know when the course becomes available online. I hope to see you there, and I'll be very happy to be your tutor. I'll see you on the course.